Hello, everyone. My name is Sandy Placencia Kari, and I serve as WAFCA's Manager of Policy and Member Engagement. Today, we are continuing our effort to highlight the amazing voices and stories within our incredible network of member agencies. And we know how much work is being done every day. And we want to make space for those stories to be seen and shared. And I am thrilled to have Rosangela Berbert with me today from Samaritan. And I can't wait for you to hear more about the work that they're doing. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us, Rosangela.
Thank you, Sandy. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, well, take it away. Introduce yourself. Tell us more about Samaritan. Would love to hear it all.
Yeah, so my name is Rosangela. Many people know me just by Ro because it's easier. My pronouns are she and her, and I have been the executive director of Samaritan for 11 years, but I have been with the organization actually since 2005 when I started as an intern. So I have seen this organization grow, transform over 2 decades now, and it's exciting because over the past 9 years, we have been in this amazing partnership with WAFCA and the network of WAFCA members. And it's been such a great resource, a great source of connection and learning and growth. And we really appreciate this. Samaritan is a nonprofit organization. We have been in operations for 55 years already here in Northeast Wisconsin. We started primarily with counseling and services to faith leaders and faith communities while we were doing the treatment and spiritually integrated treatment as a resource for growth and strength. We were also working with the faith communities to prepare them to be first responders for mental health issues in their communities, and therefore strengthening systems of support in our communities. And then in 2012, we launched our school-based mental wellness screening program, and we have been doing this ever since. And that big growth actually has brought a lot of transformation, not only to the organization, but also a great impact in the community.
I love to hear that. Amazing work and great context on the evolution of your organization, too. We love to hear that. Yeah, anything else that you would like to share about your organization, or perhaps I know you talked a little bit about it, but tell us more about your partnership with WAFCA. What has come from being a part of our network? How has that benefited your organization?
Yes, I had known about WAFCA for years before we joined as members. And with this strengthening of our services to youth through our school-based screening program, it made a lot of sense then to join WAFCA. With the emphasis on children and family services, it was a perfect match at a perfect time for us. So we had been partnering with another WAFCA member agency in Green Bay, and they encouraged us to try, and we came to one of the meetings in the spring, and the deal was sealed there. The greatest value that we have seen, that I particularly have seen, is the amazing collaboration that we have and the opportunities to learn together. And while all the continuing education opportunities that are made available to the network are spectacular, right? I think the learning that happens when we are together and experiencing changes together and learning about policies and sharing our individual struggles and experiences, that I think it's an invaluable benefit for us in the membership of WAFCA.
I love that. We never want you to suffer alone, especially in fast-paced environments of ever-evolving policy. We're happy to be a support for you.
Yeah.
As you know, one of our core commitments here at WAFCA is what we call ABIDE, which is our accessibility, belonging, inclusivity, principles. And I wonder if you can talk a little bit about the ways that you might have experienced those principles in action through your connection with WAFCA.
it's an exciting thing to see how this has evolved within WAFCA and within the network, right? There was once upon a time when we didn't talk much about that, or didn't talk about that at all whatsoever. I am a personal little note here. I am an immigrant. I am Brazilian, and but I also am white skin and all of that. So to gain understanding of the nuances of the disparities that people experience because they are not the mainstream kind of population has been eye-opening for me throughout my time here at Samaritan. And through the work of WAFCA, it has been a very rich experience too. To sit down with people and hear about their experiences and take, as I said earlier, the continuing education trainings and all of that, phenomenal help. But I don't think there's a single training, a single class, a single workshop that can actually infuse all of this in anybody. This is something that happens as we continue conversations, as we learn together, right? As you learn about, you mentioned that we don't want anybody to struggle alone, right? So when you hear about experiences from colleagues and peers elsewhere, it got me to think, oh, how am I addressing this? And even from my own perspective, as a white person who is an immigrant, who has different perceptions, and how I put that in check, and how it then can transform this into some actions and conversations that we bring back to our own organization, right? WAFCA's Abide has been a guiding post for me as the director of my organization, and also for so many others that I have heard from and worked with.
That's really great to hear. It's amazing the growth that can happen when you share spaces with different people and share perspectives and embrace one another. So that makes us really, really happy and proud here at WAFCA to have you feel what we try to embody as an organization.
Yeah, and it's clear that it's not about just putting through another policy or putting through another advocacy initiative. It's truly finding ways to make this part of our day to day, right? You cannot have true and wide-reaching access if you don't think about all the other aspects, right? And the belonging, right? It's a key part of it for the people we serve, but also for us as the providers to know that we belong to a group, give us strength so we can do the work we do and pass that reality to our day-to-day contact with people of all walks of life, with all kinds of experiences in the communities we serve.
Absolutely. It's for Abide is for everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's our main thing. Awesome. Well, you've shared a lot of really wonderful, great experiences with WAFCA. Is there anything else that you want to share about your organization? Maybe something that not many people know, or something that you're excited about, or that you're looking forward to in the new year?
Yeah, I am very proud of Samaritan and excited about what we do, right? So while we started as a counseling center with services to faith community, we are so much more now. Sometimes I have opportunities to talk to donors and see in their faces the amazed surprise to realize that while we have an outpatient mental health clinic, right, that also provides substance abuse care, we are at the same time doing this very important work of early intervention in schools, suicide prevention, right? The work in the faith communities is very much on that base of Abide because it is inclusive, it's welcoming, it's helping people find that no matter where they stand in terms of their personal spiritual beliefs, there has to be a sense of unity and bringing together and improving access and belonging and all of that. And so for us as a nonprofit organization working on these 3 tiers of mental wellness work, right? It's exciting to see the impact that we have from systems of support to early intervention to treatment. And also what another thing that makes us very excited is that we are a very adaptable organization. Nimble and creative and not afraid of innovation, right? And throughout these many years that we have been doing the work, we see trends come and go. We see needs change, and we are always trying to find better ways to meet the needs and to respond to the needs of the community, especially with evidence-based treatment modalities, a strong training program that has strengthening our workforce, has become our best tool for recruitment retention. We grow our own staff. So currently, 2/3 of our staff are homegrown in the counseling program, which strengthens our culture in a way that is very beneficial for the services we do and for the sustainability of the organization. And in terms of this early intervention initiative that we do in the schools, the most exciting new development is that last year we were awarded an AHW grant, and we are now in the process of developing an adult version of the screening tool and model that we plan to take to workplaces. So the benefits of identifying earlier when a mental health issue might be brewing and preventing a crisis in youth, bringing that to the workplace and bringing that conversation to adults, we expect this to be transformational, especially when we see the number of suicides in male adults growing, right? To find a way to get that conversation going early on and help them identify where they can get the services they need so they don't feel like, okay, now I know what I do with this, right? They feel like supported, they feel encouraged and empowered to access the care they need. We are hoping to see a big new wave of development at Samaritan in this year and the next, thanks to that.
Rosangela, you said so many words that make me happy, transformational, not afraid of innovation, homegrown, amazing. You should be very proud. That's very exciting. I'm very excited for you and Samaritan. Sounds like you have a lot of work ahead, but really, really meaningful work.
Yes, and a great team that works with me, and a great team that benefits from all the good things that WAFCA offers. And I get very excited when I see our team members saying, okay, are you attending this continuing education or not? Let's attend together or not. What else is WAFCA saying? Or when they say, okay, we don't know about this, can you reach out to someone at WAFCA and learn about it? And to have the chance to send an email or pick up the phone and talk to someone, like either another peer from the network or a staff from WAFCA, and know that we will be treated with respect, prompt attention, and all of that. It's phenomenal. So we see this both ways kind of relationship that enriches our center and other centers that are members of the network and enriches the organization itself.
I couldn't agree more. It's amazing to be a part of this wonderful place. Well, you've shared many amazing things. Thank you so much. The last question I have for you, and you mentioned so many examples already, but if you were recommending WAFCA to someone else, another organization that perhaps is not familiar with our services, is not familiar with our work, what would be something that you would highlight?
Well, for sure, the relevance and the quality of all the information that is shared with us that help us as leaders to stay informed and stay proactive when things begin to be thrown at us, right, in the work we do. I will say again about the great opportunities for leadership and professional development that WAFCA offers. I think that is a great value add that anybody should really look into, right? And again, I want to say one more time, because for me personally, it's important, and finding this at WAFCA is a perfect match, is that relational aspect of the WAFCA network, right? As I said, with staff and other members, to know that this hard work that we do, we don't need to do feeling alone, that we have a place that we can feel like we belong and we are supported and collaborative. I think it's something that any leader in organizations like mine, or other organizations that serve children and adults, should give a little time and look into.
Thank you so much, Rosangela. This has been great. I've really enjoyed our conversation today.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been my pleasure too.
Yeah, I look forward to our continued partnership.
Yeah. And I hope to see you in March
Yes,
at
I
the
will see you
Leadership
in
Summit.
March. Take
All
care.
right. Take care. You too. Bye bye.
Bye.